This is David Liebehart broadcast. I've been going around I used to be a preschool teacher. I took child development 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I used to work at the Griffin Preschool in Los Angeles that was on the corner of, it's called the Satellite Daycare Griffin Preschool. I worked there teaching kids ABCs, dressing kids, and I was a preschool teacher, and I had to take child development 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from LA City College, and 9 and 10 from Santa Monica College. Then I worked in the 70s for Art Linkletter, who was a famous guy from old school. He had his own children's show, and Art Linkletter owned a preschool on Fairfax, near Fairfax and Pico, called the Daphne's Preschool, and I worked there for 6 years, being a preschool teacher, dressing kids, teaching kids their ABCs, and I did murals that you can see on the internet. There's not too many of them. If you go to artbyliebehart.com, you can see the artwork. I painted a griffin on the Griffin Preschool. The Griffin Preschool has been torn down, and it's now some Asian store now, but that used to be on Crenshaw Boulevard near Olympic. And then the Daphne Preschool I used to work at. I used to be a preschool teacher as well in the day. So what I did is in the beginning of the year, I always drop my music off, that my music's with CCLI Christian Copyright Licensing. I either mail the songs out or drop them off in person. I did something different that I didn't do before. I mailed out my job resume, or I took my job resume that I could paint murals for preschools, and that I'm an experienced preschool teacher. And you know, I didn't hear from anybody. I dropped that off with my sheet music. That's something different I've never done before this year. And I just want to thank Margie from the Work Source, who redid my acting resume over for me and redid my resume for painting murals over again. She's been like a mom to me, getting on me like a cat on a mouse for me to make my job resumes, and I just want to give her a hand and give Margie a hand for doing a wonderful job on retyping out my job resume, my acting resume, and my resume for doing Christmas decorations. She doesn't care for my artwork, and she gets other people's artwork from the internet and puts it on my flyer instead of my own. She doesn't, different strokes are different for folks. She doesn't care for my artwork. So I would like you, the public, to do me a favor. Instead of downloading the music free, I'd like you to listen to the music that I've done with Jonah and that I've done with Adam Papagan and the music I've done by myself. I would like you all to start paying for the music. That's listening to the music. My songs are on Spotify, Google Play, CD Baby, iTunes, and many more systems. And you need to go to artists and go to David Liebehart to download and hear my music. Because they have a saying in the Bible, the labor's worthy of his hire. I don't know about Jonah, but I went to school for music theory, and I went to Berkeley School for a little time in Boston, Massachusetts for music theory, for songwriting and for piano, and I did the same thing at LA City College. At LA City College, I had Wesley Abbott, who just recently passed on. He was a wonderful choir director and a wonderful musician. I had Mrs. Brooks and Mrs. Amwell as music theory teachers from LA City College. And then I took acting as well, and speech. I don't remember the names of those teachers, but Ralph Carter, who played on Good Times, who I had the pleasure of working with in the 80s, him and I went to LA City College together. A lot of famous people went to LA City College that were musicians and artists. Quincy Jones went to Berkeley School and Boston, Massachusetts, the same place where I went for music theory, piano, and voice. He was. I hope that Jonah will produce a book about the famous entertainers I knew. I knew a lot of famous entertainers. I'll just start with one. When I first came to California, everybody was telling me to go to 29th Church of Christ Scientists that was at 54th and Dean. There, Mr. Stewart, who started the Ebony Showcase, a school for African American actors in South Central. I went there for acting and music theory and acting classes and code reading classes. He also was a Christian Scientist, and he played that dippity doo dah, dippity day, my oh my, what a wonderful day. He was the main actor, Mr. Stewart, in that program with Burr Rabbit. I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but he did a lot of movies, and I was lucky to know him and take acting classes with him. And then Scatman Crothers, who used to be a street musician. He said, David, he was old school in that Negro. He played Kung Fu Fooey on Hanna-Barbera as a dog. Well, Scatman Crothers introduced me to Mr. Comat, who was the producer of Welcome Back, Carter, which I did extra work in Welcome Back, Carter. And then I had a couple speaking lines on Chico and the Man as Della Reese's son from old school back down. And we filmed Chico and the Man at 3000 Alameda Street in Burbank, California at NBC. And I had the pleasure of working with Della Reese. Della Reese passed on last year. She was a wonderful lady. I loved her dearly. I used to do music and go to Della Reese's church. Della Reese worked with Johnny Coleman, who had a church called the Church of Better Living. They still have the church services in Inglewood, California at the Lutheran Church. It's called the Church of Better Living. Della Reese's church is still going on, even though she's passed on. And she was a super talented actress and a wonderful jazz singer and songwriter. And I was very honored to know her. And I stayed in contact with her after Chico and the Man ended. Then I met Gene Stapleton at 28th Church of Christ Scientists. That was at 1018 Hillgard Street. And she used to tell me, I wish you all the luck in the world, but I can't give you any money. But I wish you all the luck in the world. And you know, I wrote a song about it. I wish you all the luck in the world. I'm sorry, young man, there's nothing I can do for you. But I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish you very well. Gene Stapleton said I had a beautiful singing voice when she heard me sing at church. I asked her, could you help me get a recording contract? And this is what she said to me. She said, I wish you all the luck in the world. I'm sorry, young man, there's nothing I can do for you. But I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish you very well. Then I met a famous guy named Mickey Rooney at the Church of Religious Science at 6th and Parendo, where Dr. Hornaday used to go there and preach many ways. He said, I wish you all the luck in the world. I'm sorry there's nothing I can do for you, but I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish you very well. Then I met Betty Garrett when I used to do stand-up comedy for Gary Marshall and do the warm-up shows at the Paramount Studios. And this is what she said. If you come to Unity by the Sea, I can help you get a career, you see. I can introduce you to Jimmy Stewart, and he will give you a break too. He said, I wish you all the luck in the world. I'm sorry there's nothing I can do for you, but I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish you very well. Words and music by David Liebhardt. So that's the experience I had And then I never told you the story about. I guess it's been told on many interviews. I was a buster at the Hollywood Bowl ever since the 1980. I went to the Hollywood Bowl with my dead deceased cousin Phyllis McKinnon. I went with my grandfather Henry Stern Liebehart. I had a famous my grandfather Hart was a set designer for the Desilu Studios. I didn't like what he did to my grandmother Schroeder. He left her and moved and started dating a younger woman named Bernice and moved to Compton. And he was a wonderful, talented architect guy. And he was a set designer for the Desilu Studios. He designed a set for the real McCoys with, do you remember when he was a Christian Scientist too, and he used to be a Catholic. His name was Walter Brennan. And Walter Brennan used to go to 36 Church of Christ Scientists it used to be on the corner of La Brea and Hollywood Boulevard. It's now a mega church called the Mosaic Church. When Walter Brennan was a wonderful actor on the real McCoys, and Walter Brennan gave me free acting lessons like Doris Day, and Vivian Vance was wonderful to me. Vivian Vance used to let me do gardening and yard work at her home. Vivian Vance owned a home. I met Vivian Vance in 1977 at Fifth Church of Christ Scientists, along with Sheila McGray and Meredith McGray. Sheila McGray replaced Audrey Meadows on The Honeymooners and on the colored episodes, and Sheila McGray, her daughter, played in old school My Three Sons and played on Petticoat Junction, and then she had her own talk show that Dinah Shore replaced. She would give me free piano lessons and voice lessons in the Christian Science reading room. She was a sweetheart. And unfortunately, she's gone to be with Jesus. She's passed on. So, anyway, I just want to thank you fans for being the best part of David Liebehart, watching me, supporting me. And I guess I'm kind of like burned out from the broadcast, but I just want to send you all a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of prosperity, and more good times. So anyway, I'm trying to find what I did with my little phone.
It's right here.
Okay, if you could, did you get that set up with the email?
Yeah, I did everything I could on there.
Okay, so I'm here with Jonah. I'm doing some drawings. He's my entertainment manager. He lives way in Nevada mountains. I do a lot of forgiving, as Christian Scientists never come to take me to church in Nevada City, but I have to, forgive. As Mrs. Eddie says, wait and love more for every hate and fear. No ill, since God is good and loss is gain. I'd like you all to say a prayer with me, that I pray that God will prosper my career and prosper my fans that are unemployed with a job, and that God will bring success, not failure, to my career, and knowing that I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. And as Mrs. Eddie says, and through Christ's precious love, these efforts are crowned with success. I just wish for success, protection, health, and well-being for myself as well as my fans. And like they say, Philippians 4:19 in the Bible, that my God shall supply all my needs according to his glory and riches by Christ Jesus. And I hope God will reverse my poverty into prosperity, my failure to success, my loneliness with the presence of God and a beautiful single woman, and my challenges with the victories. So I know I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. I'm gonna keep on trying, and I'm just going to for the people that hate me and dislike me, I bless, release, and forgive, and wish them the best. Anyway, I just want to thank you for being the best part of David Liebehart, for coming to my shows, for buying my music, for letting me do paintings of you all, and letting me express my God-given talent. And I'm just going to know the best is yet to come. Betty Goodman was a wonderful lady. She played on Mary Hartman. She was a Christian Scientist. She went to 28th Church. I also had the pleasure of meeting Barbara Walters. She was on The View. I haven't seen her on The View in a long time. I met Barbara Walters at 28th Church of Christ Scientists at 1018 Hillgard Street, and she encouraged me to not give up and to persevere. I love what Doris Day told me when she used to be a member of the Beverly Hills Christian Science Church. She says, David, I said, Doris Day, what made you were so successful? You've done millions of movies, many TV shows. I'd like to get the recipe for your success, Doris Day. Doris Day told me, know your success in action. Know that you're a winner, not a loser, and don't give up. And I'm telling you, my fans, if you're going through a challenge, don't give up. You know your dreams will come true, and you know, believe that your dreams are meant to be, and you will see their reality. That's original by David Liebehart. Don't give up your dreams. So thank you for watching me on the broadcast.
Hey everybody, it's Jonah here. Just wanted to let you know that we successfully completed our fundraiser for the David Liebehart comic book. You can go to artbyliebehart.com right now and pre-order your copy of this 48-page full-color collaborative superhero comic book starring David and featuring the work of David as well as 46 other artists. You can order your hard copy of it as well as a digital download at artbyliebehart.com. That's also where you can find tour dates for August, September, and October tours through the U.S. And I'll talk to you next time.